Okay, I need to vent and this thing started to seriously annoy me. Has any one of you noticed how English speakers have seemingly forgot how to pronounce S in the words starting with ST? I've seen this in many native English speakers on YouTube recently. They don't say strong, stream, storm. They say strong, stream, and sometimes just outright storm. And I don't know, maybe that's just me being a rickety old prescriptivist, but why have people suddenly decided to Germanize themselves at this exact combination of letters and not any else? But yes, tangents about the inevitable evolution of language aside, Undead Unluck is a whopping 24-episode shonen anime about an unlucky girl and an undead guy figuring stuff out in life, and boy howdy what a roller coaster of emotions this show was to me. Initially I was thoroughly unimpressed by the show because the plot is painfully average. In our typical world where there are superhumans, there is an organization that hunts superhumans, so the two superhuman heroes choose to become a part of that organization, and besides the fact that all of this was done before, I just wasn't really that interested in adventures of a girl that looked like she came out of Pokemon alongside a guy that looked like he came out of One Piece. But then the story started to be about how deterministic the world actually is, and that it has these undeniable rules that are these abstract concepts that are as immutable as they are ever present, and how the superpowers of this setting are quite literally them looking at these rules and going, nah, fuck you, and I found myself to be engrossed in this ridiculous world, and actually had fun watching how the absurd events unfold before me. And it is refreshing, for a lack of a better word. It is fun to watch this serious epic story about people with the ability to deny rules trying to kill God, discovering a book that predicts the future, and this book is the shoujo manga the unluck girl was reading all this time. The contrast between epicness and absurdity almost always makes such shows a joy to watch. And epicness is the correct word here, because ultimately shit like Iliad or Kalevala employ the same writing trick. But yes, the show is basically an old shonen anime. That's good. But it's also an old shonen anime. That's bad. Have you ever been annoyed with old shonens when about a quarter of an episode is dedicated either to pointless dialogue or to a recap of previous episodes, even though you watched that episode literally 30 or so minutes ago? Yeah, but that's the quintessential shonen experience, alright, and that is fully present in this show as well. And that's the biggest issue with this show overall, to be quite honest with you. This is an old shonen through and through, and its main positive feature is that people just don't really make shonens like this anymore. If you liked those, you'll most likely like Undead Unluck as well, but otherwise it's going to be a mess story at best, marred by its format, as instead of watching it once a week, you can now watch it all in one sitting, ruining the intended experience. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I need to come up with some way of generating an ending skit. I mean, I could force ChatGPT to do it, but that'd be a bit too lazy and unoriginal.